highest order. And the stuff that continues to come out of this man's mouth, and that he is on track to be the world's first trillionaire, tells you how broken our species is. A couple of days ago, he retweets this on Twitter, and I'm going to read it in full. Dr. Insensitive Jerk, that's the guy's Twitter name, tweets the following, and Elon Musk retweets it. Insightful, women are built to be traded to another tribe or captured and slide seamlessly into their new culture. That keeps them safe, even though they are physically weak. 20 years after they are captured, they are the matriarchs who enforce that culture. That is why women conform to the dominant culture and thereby amplify that culture. In my opinion, that is why Western women raised in anti-white culture are now amplifying anti-white culture, even though they are white. They think that keeps them safe, and they are correct, but only in the short term. I think he meant to write short term, but I mean, what can you say for a guy named Dr. Insensitive Jerk? In the long term, they will be forced to remember they are white. Better they are reminded of that by white men, because the alternative is not so gentle. And Elon Musk, after he retweets it, says they've been programmed to do so by their teachers in the media. Okay, this right here is where I want to say, I think we need something stronger than cancel culture. I want to call it fucking nuclear code culture. And this is where I think any company that does business with Tesla, his teeny weeny rocket ship company, or any of the other bullshit companies that he owns, needs to be eviscerated. I mean, I don't think we're doing enough work to tank this motherfucker's stock. I think we need to have some of our listeners start making a list of every company that does business with Tesla, that sells them parts. More than half the population are women. And this is the kind of shit that goes into the news cycle that if any Democrat did it, anything remotely close to this, Fox News would lose their minds. The teeny weeny manosphere would be losing their minds. And this just gets done. And then everybody just moves on. And I just don't think we're working hard enough to eviscerate Elon Musk and just what a heaping pile of dog shit this man is. And I just want to remind everybody, there are rumors on the internet, and I don't know if they're true or not, but I read it on his actual site,
Right.
that he had a botched penile surgery. And I just think it's important to always talk about that. I read this rumor on his actual site about a botched penis implant surgery, which leads me to the conclusion that why would you have to have that unless, number one, you had a teeny weenie? And number two, I'm shocked that the science, considering how outstanding it's been in treating the erection with, Viagra and Cialis, et cetera, that if you're, on track to be the world's first trillionaire, that you can't find a good enough surgeon that won't botch your penis implant surgery.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. I look at that and I think, do you know why your fabulous idea won't work? Because he does so much business with the US government, and Donald Trump co-signs to everything because women are disposable, that are interchangeable to this man. This grosses me out so hard. When I saw this, to say I can't believe it would be, of course I can believe it, but it is so vile and it is so craven. And women agree with this.
Let me ask you this. Have you noticed recently the uptick in the manosphere and this tweet right here? And I saw that smug, hypocrite ass kisser, Scott Jennings, talking about this on CNN, saying that white liberal women are such a problem. And the reason they keep saying this, the reason Elon Musk has tweeted this, is because when you look at polling, MAGA's negatives, I mean, they're so underwater with white educated women. They see it as a huge problem for them in sustaining and keeping power. And so they're starting to do what they do. They demonize a group of people, and it was immigrants a few years ago and right up to the election, and they're still beating that drum now, and they're facilitating. But now there's a huge attack on educated white liberal women, and all of this is a part of that propaganda. And I think you've got to see the Democratic Party respond to everything. They've got to walk, talk, chew gum, tap dance, do pirouettes, do jumping jacks, all at the same fucking time because these motherfuckers, they throw so much shit in the air on purpose to keep everybody riled up all the time. And I just think we have to really focus on because Elon's a lot younger than Trump.
Right.
And Elon is connected to all of these oligarchs that want to keep power. I think we've got to do a lot more work on beating up Elon Musk. All right, next up, Elon's toxicity. And this is to what I was talking about. And this is where we have more work to do. But here, his toxicity is hurting all electric car sales. Put up this headline. Elon Musk has become so toxic that he's tanked not just the popularity of Tesla, but of all electric car manufacturers.
Here's the thing. Europe is still browbeating this man. I give Europe so much credit because they went after Elon. Like, I predict especially American women, are just going to let this go because the Christianity they're indoctrinated with is misogyny, patriarchal, the whole nine. So, but Europe is holding his feet to the fire. And Elon Musk is so deeply unpopular. Unfortunately, the government where he gets his money and his all his wealth, they're in on it. But here's the thing. We got to stay on it. You're so right. Electric vehicles, they could have been a great thing, but he fucking ruined it because he's on a power quest. And he and his buddy Trump, they want to be the supreme leaders of the world.
And I think we have to keep at the forefront of this story because this is something that I think can penetrate across all political parties is you have an angry electorate in the United States of America. And I mean, that's the one thing that is bipartisan right now is rage and anger and dissatisfaction in the government. We need to point out at all times, Elon Musk, it was not born in the United States of America. I don't give a shit about that, but I just want to point out that this guy was born in South Africa, much to, I'm sure, the great pleasure of South Africa. He left that beautiful country and is now over here. But he's a welfare queen. He is rich because American taxpayer money. That's why he's rich. MAGA rubes, rural America, he's rich because of you. So when you have a heart attack and you try to go to your rural hospital or your plane crashes or all of the shit that's going on in the United States of America right now, it's because of the Elon Musks of the world. And I also want to point out that Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and others have been the architects of making the United States of America the richest third world country. We are a third world country that is rich as shit. I was leaving New Jersey to go on my vacation, and I get a notification on my phone. Due to a shortage of air traffic controllers, your plane is going to be delayed for takeoff. There is no reason whatsoever for us to have a shortage of air traffic controllers. Another thing I want to say about this motherfucker, Elon Musk, is this. He goes on and on about he's so worried about breeding,
Right.
the population, and we're in decline. If you gave a shit, you would pay people a livable wage, which brings me up to a story that I wanted to talk to you about that I read about when I was on vacation. This chick that owns In-N-Out Burger.
Okay.
She's a billionaire. She's worth like $8 billion. So she comes out and she's like, I can't do business in California anymore. They make it so difficult for me to do business. Well, you know what was difficult for her? Paying people a livable wage.
Right.
And that bitch has the audacity to say on camera and to the press when she has a net worth of $8 billion, $8 billion, that it's too difficult for her to do business in California. Number one, no gratitude for the state and the customers that made you a billionaire. Number two, why don't you give up 1 billion? You'd still be worth 7 billion. You'll still earn all of that back in probably a year in this country and pay people a livable wage. But no, what does she want to do? She wants to pack her toys up, throw red meat to the MAGA base, and hightail it to Tennessee. I sure hope she doesn't have a fucking daughter in Tennessee
Right.
that gets raped, because then you're going to have real serious fucking issues. So these billionaires that sit around and whine and complain and they think the system isn't rigged enough for them.
Right.
I've had it. All right. Next up, we have Pumps found this headline. It's great. Doge is a total failure. Matthew Iglesias tweets, the coolest part of Doge is that while they crippled medical research and cost-effective foreign aid programs, they also didn't save any money.
This graph I love because, he was going to save America. $2 trillion. And what I found so pointed about this graph in 23 and 24, we saved more money under Biden than this Doge thing. And I was getting my nails done and they had Fox News on the background, which I promptly had them change. I was like, I can't stay here if that's going to be on here. And they immediately changed it. But they were bragging about Doge because it saved $199 billion. Now they're acting like that's a win when it was supposed to be 2 trillion. And they have forgotten how much money it has cost people.
Can we even believe the numbers that are coming out of this administration?
No.
I mean, I've already seen some reporting about the Trump administration cooking the books on unemployment rate. You know, one institution, I can't remember the names of them, said one number. The Trump administration puts out something different. And this is what corrupt governments do. And the stock market might be stable right now, and the country club Republicans feel good about that. But what he's breaking underneath that in the incoming recession, I'm no economist, but I know what's happening out in real America where we live, what MAGA likes to call real America. You see what's happening in Las Vegas, the decline in tourism, and there is a storm of brewing. And corrupt governments do not have stable economies because he will start cooking the books, much like Vladimir Putin does, who he idolizes, by the way. All right, moving along. Josh Hawley decided that he wanted to introduce a bill to block members of Congress from stock trading. And the Dems agree if it includes the president and vice president. That sounds like, wow, what a bipartisan thing, right, Pumps?
That's a good thing.
Right. And we need to make sure Smokey Eye Sociopath and McCankle's Taco Tits also agree not to trade stocks because we should be a government of the people, by the people, not beholden to special interests.
Agree. But you know what? Donald Trump is making $1 billion a month as president. So I'm guessing he wasn't super crazy about this idea.
Yeah. So Trump responds to Josh Hawley doing this, of course, on Truth Social, which we call Lie Social. And he says, why would one, quote, Republican Senator Josh Hawley from the great state of Missouri join with all of the Democrats to block a review sponsored by Senator Rick Scott and with the support of almost all other Republicans of Nancy Pelosi's stock trading over the last 25 years? The information was inappropriately released just minutes before the vote, very much like sabotage. The Democrats, because of our tremendous achievements and success, have been trying to target me for a long period of time, and they're using Josh Hawley, who I got elected twice, as a pawn to help them. I wonder why Hawley would pass a bill that Nancy Pelosi is in absolute love with. He is playing right into the dirty hands of the Democrats. It's a great bill for her and her, puts in quotes, husband. But so bad for our country. I don't think real Republicans want to see their president, who has unprecedented success, targeted because of the whims of a second tier senator named Josh Hawley. And so, I mean, number one, this is so incredibly unhinged and completely fucking insane. But number two, I do love Republican cannibalism.
I do too. I mean, it's enjoyable to watch. But here's the thing: all of this because they want everyone to stop stock trading while they're in public office. That's it. That elicits this response. He is such a fucking titty baby.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
The MAGA men are the biggest bunch of pussies on the planet. I have never seen a bigger group of men that just whine and complain. We started with Elon Musk complaining about white women, and then it just goes on and on and on. These people are toxic, whining titty babies to their core. And think about Elon Musk. Think about all of these other oligarchs that kiss the ass of Donald Trump. There are some things that you could do good. Like he could really do something good, but he's a Twitter troll.
Right.
Yeah. He is a Twitter troll that gets alleged botched penis implants. And not to mention, he's jizzing all over the world in these petri dishes, leaving all of these fatherless children to be raised by these mothers that he gets into, guess what? Twitter troll fights. She's fucking crazy. All right. That's all we have. We'll see you all later.